Good morning, afternoon, or evening, my trophy hunting friends. We are going to do a full game walkthrough of Storm Boy. I haven't done one of these full game walkthroughs in a while, but I really wanted to play this one for you guys to show you first how easy it is. And it's actually not a bad game. It's a story is all it is that has 9 different mini games in it. And we're going to earn the 12 trophies. There's 11 gold trophies in this game. So there's no bronze or silver. That's why there's only 11 trophies, because they're all gold. Now, when we start off the game, you're just going to run right. That's basically all you need to do. You're going to have the story presented to you, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. And it's actually a good story. Now, this story is based off a book that came out in 1966. I believe it was converted into a movie in 1978 that came out in Australia. And of course, we have this video game. Now, the game is only about 15 minutes long. So it's a very quick and easy platinum. As far as the cheap platinum, and this is $5.99 on the store, but as far as cheap platinum games go, this is actually enjoyable. It's a good experience. Now, as you continue moving right here, you're going to see the bird prompt on the bottom kind of pop up in the middle of the screen there. Enter this minigame by hitting X. Now, you're going to get a trophy called Born to Fly if you change directions 15 times. So all you need to do is, with your analog stick, just move it back and forth, left and right. We're going to do that 15 times to earn this trophy. Now, I'm kind of curious, as part of the discussion here, if you want to put in comments below, I want to know, would you like a game that has 11 gold trophies, or do you prefer a game that has 45, 50 trophies that are filled with a bunch of bronze and silver and very few golds? So I'm just kind of curious which way you kind of lean on that. I personally like a list with more trophies than a game with all gold trophies. All right, so we're going to keep moving right here, and then you're going to have another prompt, another mini game you can enter, and you need to pick up 20 cockles. Cockles are these shell things here. Now just walk up to it, and then you got to spam the X button in order to dig it up. I didn't dig up the first one. I didn't realize you had to keep hitting it about 4 or 5 times to fully dig up the cockle. So there's a lot of them here, so don't worry about running out. We got 6, 7, 8. Now, spoiler warnings, the end of the game kind of has some feels to it, so if you want kind of experience that on your own, you may want to ditch the video and play this and then come back to the video. Of course, I'm doing it as a full walkthrough just so you can start the game at the same time and just kind of watch along and earn all the trophies as you go. And you just got to get 4 more. Looks like I ran out of space over here on the right-hand side. So once we get dig up 20 of these, we will earn the Digger trophy. And there you have it. Now we just back out, hitting the circle button. And we're just going to continue to the right. You'll get stopped by this little penguin. Keep moving. Now you're going to run across these birds. We're going to just pick them up and keep moving to the right. Now there is chapter select in case you miss any of these trophies, so don't worry about that. Of course, it is a very short game, so playing it from the beginning is not the worst thing in the world. All right, so with this Pelican mini game, what you need to do is grab a fish out of the barrel. You're gonna hit the X button to grab the fish, and then you gotta aim and feed each of the birds once. So just grab a fish and then aim and throw it at the birds. The aiming is a little finicky here. You're going to move your stick left to right to aim, and then you can press it down and you'll get a little further distance. So you want to go for the middle bird. You're going to have to go down a little bit. And I just got to get the aiming just right. Just to the right of center, and it should be good. Hopefully this bird catches. There we go. So if you fed each fish once, you'll get the fish magnet trophy. There's a second trophy here. And what you need to do to get this is to anger the birds. And you do that by feeding one bird. So select any one of the birds. I'm choosing the left bird. and feed him until the other birds shake their head. And you'll see here in just a second, once I get this in one time, the front right bird is shook his head right there, but the one in the back didn't. So I'm just going to feed him one more time. Feed him again until the bird in the back shakes his little nose there. All right, so now that I've done that, select any other bird. I'm going to use the one in the back. And we got to get the left bird angry now. So you feed any other bird, again, in this case, the one in the middle. And this will leave all three birds have gotten mad at you, and you will earn the Hangry Birds trophy. So feed one bird until they shake their noses, their heads, and then feed any other one. Pretty simple. So from that, you're just going to go ahead and do what we've been doing the entire time, moving right. And that'll end the chapter. So start of the next chapter, you're just going to move, to the right once again. I'm going to come up to this raft. You're going to get into the raft. Once you get into the raft, you want to kind of turn to the right. And you'll see some ships way out in the distance. So just head this general direction. And you're going to see some a barrier here. And once we get to the end here, you're going to hit the triangle button to dive into the water. Now you're going to get the Adventurist trophy by diving to the deepest part of the ocean. And the controls here are a little finicky, but you're going to have to swim down to the bottom. I'm having a little issue here, presumably because I'm met with an invisible wall as I'm trying to do this. And eventually I'll make it down to the bottom. Not entirely sure why I was having such difficulty here. I'd presume you're not going to have as much trouble. But once you get down to the bottom, you will earn the Adventurist trophy. Now there is a second trophy, so don't move. Once you pop that trophy, we're going to get one of the easiest trophies you'll ever get. And that is by sitting here and doing nothing. And this is going to earn you the Dive Expert trophy. And that's for staying underwater for the maximum amount of time. So from the steepest part of the ocean, eventually the game is going to bring your character back up to the surface automatically. So just wait. Just put your controller down. And we're going to keep waiting. So a gold trophy for literally doing nothing. And there you go. The game is going to bring you up. Once you pop that trophy, you can exit out of this minigame. All the minigames, when you enter them, you can exit at any time. All right, so here's our next little mini game. We're going to grab this stick that's in the sand. All you need to do is make any kind of drawing, design, whatever you want to do. You don't have to spend much time. Just draw something in the sand and then hit the circle button to back out. And we will earn yet another trophy. There's the artist trophy. Continue moving on. Now you're going to see a red ball. We're going to pick this up. And we need to throw the ball into the water 3 times. So when you pick up the ball, you're going to get the commitment trophy. But you got to have Mr. Percival fetch the ball from the water 3 times. When you pick it up, hold down on your left stick in order to get the maximum distance on your throw. If you don't hold down, you will not throw it in the water. As you can see, you and Mr. Percival are kind of forming some sort of relationship here. There we go, commitment. You can keep throwing the ball if you'd like, otherwise just back out, and then we're going to keep moving to the right. And we have our next little mini game here. This has no trophies associated to it, but you do have to enter this mini game So once you enter it, you can back out at any time, but you do need to basically interact with that to unlock it for later, our next step, once we've completed the game. We will now move into our final chapter. You're going to see the boat out in the water there. So we're going to save the sailors from the sinking ship right here. And this is going to get the Our Hero trophy. Now to get this, you have to, as Mr. Percival, fly to the ship. And you can just see right there, I got pushed off the screen, so I had to retry. This is basically going to have to, you're going to have to kind of counter the wind. It's going to push you left and right. And kind of visualize this as kind of like, say I failed again, visualize this as you being on ice. So if you were ice skating, that's kind of the feeling, the motion here. So you don't want to overcompensate too much, otherwise you'll fly off the other side of the screen. But if you make it all the way to the ship, we'll get the Our Hero trophy. So once again, we are going to move right. You never have to move left in this game, so it shouldn't be hard to remember. Now this is where you're gonna, this is where it gets a little sad. So there we go. We lost Mr. Percival. Alright, so now you're going to be kind of in a little dream sequence here with Mr. Percival. You need to get to this little island. There's a perch in the center of it. So we are going to say goodbye to Mr. Percival. But I will not say goodbye to you just yet, because there is going to be one more trophy that we need to get. So once Mr. Percival lands, you, as the boy, have to just walk to the right-hand side. Very sad. A little emotional, but there we go. We've completed the game, but we didn't complete the Platinum Trophy requirements. We have to get the Remember Trophy, and that's for playing each minigame once through the Remember menu. So once this concludes, we will go back to the main menu, and you'll have the option to play a new game or go to Remember. Now you have 4 boxes on the top. Those are Chapter Select. The little circles on the bottom, there's 9 of them, are each of the 9 mini games we encountered. So all you need to do is play each one once, and you don't really have to play. You just have to enter it and then back out of it. I accidentally chose the Chapter Select here, apparently. We go back to the Remember. So number 2. So there's 9 boxes or 9 circles on the bottom of the Remember menu. This is all you need to do for the Platinum Trophy at this point, assuming you got each of the trophies in the game. Now, if you missed one, you can go back into the Chapter Select or start a new game if you want. It doesn't take very long. So once again, let me know in the comments below what you prefer, a game with 11 gold trophies or a game with 45 trophies with a lot of bronze, some silver, and maybe 1 or 2 gold. It's really kind of a debate. I feel like a lot of people like games with gold trophies. They put more stake and value in gold ones. I personally like a game with more trophies. It gives me an opportunity to make more trophy guides, so it's a little self-serving on my part. I get it. Also, let me know what you think of the game. As far as cheap, I don't want to call this a cash grab game. I guess you can. But I feel like it's definitely the best of the bunch. We have played some really terrible games. But it is $5.99. It is available on the PlayStation Store. Also, it stacks between the North American region and the European region. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe.